Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all smashing it. Happy Sunday. And yeah, it's that time of year now. Bit gloomy. So quickly updates on this. I've had a few people inboxing me regarding sale of this car. Most people seem to be offering me 9.5, which is fair enough. But I've got it up as 10. I've already dropped the price. I know the price I had it up at was maybe a bit ambitious, looking at other ones around the country, but obviously time of year and just, you know, the current car market. So I'm going to sit on this. So anyone offering me stupid, I'm not in a desperate rush to get rid. You know, the car is mint. But obviously looking at selling the car and moving to an M140, you know, I didn't think, oh, insurance, what's it going to cost to insure? So for about 11, 12 years, I've been on a trader's policy, which basically allows me to, in essence, drive any car I want within the parameters set specific to my policy. Now, I got a trader's policy, which mine's a part-time one because they understand that I work full-time. Now mine's for valeting, detailing, and it was for buying and selling, but I've had that taken off because I'm not going to meddle in that, and it's costing money to have that. But basically it allowed me to pick up customers' cars, drop them off, move cars from A to B. I think from a third party perspective, and obviously there's different parameters for the cars that you own that are on your personal side of things. So in the past, when I purchased an RS6, I just literally, when I bought the car, I rang the company, they just put it on. Same with an M3, rang them, put it on. S4, rang them, put it on. 7 Series, every BM or Audi or anything performance-wise, no problem whatsoever. So I thought, I better just ring these and see what they say, because of all the stuff with insurance at the minute. So first off, I just went on the Parker's price guide, checked what a BMW F30 330D M Sport, what insurance group was. I did this about a week ago, so I forgot. I think they came in at around insurance group 38. And then did the same for an M140. And it came in a group lower, which I found very interesting. So I thought, let's get on the phone. So I rang the girl and she was very helpful. She went through my policy. I have sports and performance package on my policy. And I said, thinking about upgrading to an M140 on round the 2016, 2017, because I don't really want to go into the higher 2017s because you get the luxury tax. She said, right, yeah, no problem insuring the car. We won't have any quarrels against that. However, you'll have to get a quote. And I was like, right, a quote? She goes, yeah, because the value of the car from a trade perspective. And obviously, there's a lot of stigma with them at the minute with theft and people crashing them. I was like, right, okay. So I left it at that and went away, had a think. Put all my numbers into Go Compare and whatever, just to see out of interest how much it'd be on my own to insure an M140 at the age of 41. Now, unfortunately, I did have an accident about 6 years ago, but I think after 5 years, that is wiped. The accident was my fault as well. Being a dimbat, I went up the back end of someone. Learn your lesson. Leave that gap. But so on my own, the cheapest I could get an M140 at the age of 41, and obviously Merseyside is quite a high car crime area. It's I think within one of the top 6 in the country. We came back at 1,077. I think it's either 1,077 or 1,071, which I thought, you know what, for the car, I can live with that. Now, I already pay about over £1,400 a year on my trade insurance, and it keeps going up every year. They do kind of have a no claims system, but it doesn't work quite the same, and I'm not 100% sure if it does move over to standard normal insurance. So I thought, oh, what are they gonna quote me up here? So basically got back in touch with them and I said, can you give me a quote then? It took them about 24 hours to give me a quote. They rang me back. Great company to deal with, very helpful. And he said it'll be around an extra 300 quid. Which I was like, you know what, in my head and chatting to the lads in work, some of them were like saying, yeah, I'll bet on £1,000. And I was like, yikes, you know. But 300 quid, I thought was okay. I thought I'll deal with that. But then I've got my premium coming up in May, and it's like, well, what happens then if it skyrockets through the roof? You know, are things going to settle out a bit? But it just shows, you know, this an m140 to me, it is a quick car. You know, they do have issues with theft and people crashing them. But I'm a 41-year-old man. I don't, you know, we're at that age. We don't drive it like we stole it, like we do. We give it a bit, but we just enjoy the cars. So I'm kind of happy with that quote. That quote could change because it only lasts 6 days. So it could be 400 next week, 500 the week after, 200, who knows. But subject to change. But that is roughly where I'm at from an insurance point of view. So it is going to be, you know, a semi-expensive move. But then it'd be the same if I was going for... Would it be the same if I was going for a 340? Because there's not the same stigma, but then the value of the car. It's a higher insurance group being a 3 Series maybe compared to a 1. I don't know, sorry. Would a M240 be the same? You know, what bracket's an M135 in? I don't know. But, you know, it is going to be a cost. You know, my mind is made up. I am going to sell the car no matter what, because it's a time for a change, you know. It'd be good for the channel to see something else. I don't think this is going to shift anytime soon. You know, it is the wrong time of year. People are dealing with Christmas. It's very expensive. People haven't got the coin in the back pocket, so I don't know. But, so, you know, I can see why maybe these guys in, say, mid-20s, 30s, you know, got families, stuff like that, are thinking, yeah, it's time to let go. You know, there is quite a few of them on eBay and Auto Trade. So yeah, the market's flooded with them, for good reason too, because it's an expense, and you know, with the current state of things, money's important. And I guess if you're a bit younger, it's going to be hard on the pocket. So there we go. Not as cheap as I thought, but not as bad as I thought. So yeah, I'll probably just sit on the car, see if anyone bites. I'm not expecting it with the time of year, but we'll just see what happens. Content perspective, Tom's trying to complete a video on a snow foam cannon that a company sent out to him. Just the weather's been a bit pants. Expensive bit of kit really for a snow foam cannon, so I'm looking forward to seeing if it is actually any good and worth the money. Got potential collaborations with a few other YouTube channels from around the Liverpool Merseyside area that are both Beamer guys, Beamer groups, Beamer guys, I don't know. But yeah, that could be good. But obviously, again, the weather, it's not great filming conditions at the minute. It is going to be difficult, but we'll see where that probably goes in the new year. We'll try and keep them rolling, and yeah, hope you all have a good Sunday. Hope you're all getting ready for Christmas, and I will catch you in the next one. So remember, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, guys. Take it easy.